This leader is provided to permit the projectionist to adjustments before the film begins. The volume and tone are identical with the soundtrack which follows.
What is this? How does an ant eat? Why is water wet? I'll tell it, please. What's the bee? Why are candles hot? What is this? What's this? What is it?
What are you currently working on?
DNA.
Rock and roll.
Chemistry of viruses.
Communal art.
The notion of fuzziness.
I'm working on a script.
Institute for Nonviolence.
Boat repair. The moon. Sculpture.
And writing songs.
Well, I was writing a column until a bunch of nuts wandered in here with a movie camera.
I'm an organizer for the Berkeley Tenants Union.
65-foot figure that I'm doing for Hiroshima, where we dropped the bomb.
Growth of world population.
Mentally retarded children, teaching them art.
Astrophysics.
Environmental planning.
Compounds containing transition metals.
Higher education in Sweden and the United States.
Infrared study of the atmosphere of Mars.
Gottfried von Einem's new Hexameron written for the orchestra.
White dwarf stars.
Why are you interested in that work?
It has a fascination because it's the extreme that matter can eventually get to.
I like to work three-dimensionally. It's more therapeutic.
Intellectual curiosity.
I built the boat and I enjoyed it.
Everybody has equal opportunity for input.
Who else gets paid to tell everybody every day what he thinks?
I think it's fundamental to our understanding of nature.
To me, it's the medium.
I'm not so sure I know why.
What I'm trying to help at is find a nonviolent politics.
I'm interested in the structure of molecules.
The impetus behind it was a series of spectacular rent increases around this area last summer.
DNA is the basic genetic material of life.
All of the economic gains, the cultural gains, and so forth, which have been made during the course of the last quarter century, have been wiped out by very rapid population growth.
It's a figure of peace.
What practical benefits to mankind do you foresee as a result of your work?
Well, maybe none. Hopefully, some understanding.
We work towards trying to benefit mankind.
There might be some, yes.
Well, in a sense, sure.
I hope not too many. I would hope that as much as possible what I do is relevant to man's curiosity rather than to man's desire to use nature.
You can't, drive it and you can't hang it on your wall. but it's something that can become part of your way of life.
It's always hard to predict.
Immediately, I would say no.
None.
There's quite a lot of people benefiting from just coming and sitting and listening to beautiful music.
Understanding Mars helps us understand Earth.
We're trying to say things that mean things to people.
New knowledge is by itself a benefit to mankind.
Yes, I mean, that's my point in practically everything I do.
Do you regard yourself to have a highly active curiosity?
Yes, perhaps.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, always have had.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I think I do.
Yes, I do.
I think so.
That depends upon the time of day.
I'm very curious about the things that I'm involved with.
I lie awake at nights wondering about things.
I'm very curious about people.
I'm as curious as it is legitimate to be.
Well, I'd be a pretty poor scientist if I didn't.
It requires a curious and inquisitive mind.
Yeah, it's necessary to have one to be alive, I think. What is creativity?
Oh, I'd say it's remaining open to reality, not looking at things with the eye of what you know in advance.
To strip away things that don't matter.
Being able to digest lots and lots of information and resist the temptation to say what everybody else has said.
It's actually what life's all about.
I'm sure creativity has something to do with love.
Has something to do with dreaming.
To me, it's a song coming out of me.
Using the different mediums, combining the different mediums.
Creativity stems from limitations.
Pain.
You encounter the same difficulty in trying to define creativity as you do in trying to define beauty.
I'd hate to even try.
Creativity is probably a word that describes what free people do.
The human brain is a very, very complicated computer.
And some persons are able to take these obvious things and put them together and come up with something new.
Is the ability to probe into something you don't know, to answer questions previously not answered.
The ability to associate things which really aren't associated and then to make something of that.
It's taking what we have and reassembling it, I guess, and using it in a different manner.
Looking at one thing and seeing another. I'm interested in taking molecules we find in nature around us and rearranging them into new molecules, new substances. Take sand or quartz. That's silica. It has a strong three-dimensional lattice made up of silicon-oxygen bonds. At high temperatures, silica reacts with graphite to make elemental silicon. From elemental silicon, I can obtain the chloromethylsilanes. With monochlorosilane, I can make the disiloxane through the reaction with water. This is a small molecule. There are weak forces between such molecules. That gives me a liquid. If I'm interested in substance with higher viscosity, I'd start with dichlorodimethylsilane. That polymerizes to a long chain-like molecule and
course, these stringy molecules have viscous properties. Possibility of interconnecting these chains, cross-linking, I can obtain elasticity, rubbery qualities.
Are you concerned about the possible misuse of science?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I am.
Very definitely.
Oh, I think we all are.
I think science is misused more than it's used in this country now.
Misuse of some of the basic discoveries in science in the last 10 or 20 years has turned the public completely off.
I think science is in the hands of the devil at this point.
Some of these things are destroying things.
Mankind now is poised to end civilization.
And science is neutral. Science finds new things. We learn new things, which
can be used for bad and good purposes.
I think most of the scientists are very much concerned about misuse of the scientific information.
Well, I'm much concerned by the misuse that society makes of science.
This concern for misuse frequently does not translate itself into action.
Scientific and technological developments have been misused by people who have not really understood the consequences, have not really understood what's been happening.
Are you satisfied with life as it is today?
No.
Not at all.
Absolutely not.
No, definitely not. How can I be?
It's getting very complicated.
I think we're just too in a hurry to get every place.
But there's a lot of cement.
That someday I'm afraid that some child will have to go in and see a tree in a museum.
I think we're dying.
It could be better, you know.
Of course it could be better, but it could be worse. I think it's better than it has ever been, but I'm not satisfied.
Definitely not.
When I'm satisfied with life, then I just don't want to live.
No, I am not satisfied, but I want to do something about it.
I don't complain about my own life because I think I have it lucky and because I enjoy what I do and because I see hope.
Of our society.
It's dumb.
Police says, big person for costs. Do you think further scientific investigation should be stopped while we learn to deal with what we already know?
No, I really feel very strongly that it shouldn't.
That is the only single suggestion which is more imbecilic than being contented with the environment as we see it today.
I do feel that many of the tensions that we are observing today stem from excessively rapid technological progress.
Sure, slow down so we can catch up.
And try to, foresee some difficulties instead of seeing what it's too late and, foul, it's over.
No. It's not man's nature to stop.
I don't think we should stop.
It's easy to escape. I like to do that myself, and I dream all the time of going back to the farm, but I know that I never will.
You're telling a whole group of people from the beginning of time to stop functioning. That is not possible. That has to go on.
You will not only cut off the sciences, but you will cut off the optimism that man has always had, that all knowledge is useful.
No, I think research, that's part of what man is all about as a human being, is to explore and find out.
Science is our tool. The people, we made it.
No, I don't think it's wise to stop scientific investigation.
I think the problem is not the advance of science, but the lag of humanity, the lag of understanding the direction that science should go.
I think that it should be sped up, but it should be directed in other ways.
I think that our present situation calls for clear thinking of whether you want to call that science or not.
There's plenty of work for scientists to do.
The way we solve our problems is with knowledge. And so the solution to these problems is going to be in more knowledge, not less.
The more you know about, get deep in science, learn about life, the better it is.
We are dependent upon our getting more knowledge and more understanding, not less.
I want to do something about it.
That's part of what man is all about. We're trying to say things that mean things to people.
There's plenty of work to do.
It requires a curious and inquisitive mind.
It's actually what life's all about.
I lie awake at nights wondering about things.